Just in general, what do you think about just the meaning of this win for you guys and what y'all trying to build as a team, considering, all the hurdles y'all have had up to this point?
Yeah, I think it helps build character. It's been a long season. I think this is my 9th game of the year. A lot of guys have been hurt. Jose, Trey, Naji was out of the lineup to start. It's been a difficult season for sure, but I think we're getting healthy at the right time with enough time to kind of come together, build some chemistry, build some camaraderie. And I think we really talked about it. You play the games on your schedule. When you got a chance to make some extra money and go to Vegas, you want to take advantage of that. And I think for us, we did. And it was nice to play in a playoff atmosphere on the road against a really good team, a well-coached team, and have to execute, have to play defense, have to withstand runs. And I thought we responded well tonight.
Yeah, we could talk about X's and O's, matchups and stuff like that, but how much was this win just about toughness, resilience, being able to respond at the right times?
It was all those things. It was a lot of what we worked on, a lot of what the coaching staff preaches, is the ability to respond to adversity, being able to trust each other, being able to share, being able to rotate. Bench was great. We showed a lot of depth tonight. Jose, Naji, Trey, Dyson came in. Cody came in, gave us some minutes. Everybody contributed, and I think they changed the game at that, end of the first quarter. Being more physical, having more of a presence defensively and getting out and running.
Earlier you mentioned being among the group of guys that were out recently, and Jose and Trey basically both just came back. What did you think of just the way that you mentioned how they changed the game, of how they did that and get you guys back in it so quickly? Yeah,
Jose was great, infectious personality, infectious defensively, getting to the basket, hit a couple of threes. He got a steal. Trey just, shoots the ball extremely well. You got to always be aware of where he's at. Got him in some rover places. He got some quick threes, catch and shoot. He got an escape dribble 3, 2 dunks in transition. Which opened up the game. And then when we're running pick and roll, when we're running actions, they got to be aware of where he's at on the court, which creates space and driving lanes for other people.
We've seen B.I. have huge games and big spots. He was great in the playoffs a couple of years ago against Phoenix. What did you think of his performance second half tonight?
He was great tonight. He puts the work in. He takes the game very seriously. He watches film, and he wanted to perform and show up tonight and be himself. And I thought he was. He was aggressive. Got to, his middies. Got to the Baja a lot, and then he made the weak side pass, which is important. Like being able to drive, force the double team, and then be able to skip either corner or the shape-up guy, which is what we work on constantly. He's the type of guy where at some point you got to send a double, and if we're rotating it in the right spots, then we're going to make defenses pay.
This might be a silly question, but just how important is it to not have to rely so heavily on one player in a game?
Yeah, it's extremely important. I think that's how you compete for championships. That's how you win playoff games, and that's how you win in the half court. Having multiple guys who can create, who can drive, who can pass, who can shoot, and I think for us, it's about figuring out how to manipulate the defense, how to get weak defenders, how to get rotations, how to take care of the ball down the stretch, hold leagues, maintain leagues, and be able to come back when you're down. And I think for us, we had a lot of guys. JV had double. I think he was 17 and 12 or something like that. He was great. He made his presence felt. Trey came in and impacted the game. B.I. obviously impacted the game. Herb was great tonight all around. Defensively, we already know what he's going to do, but I think he's taken strides and made steps offensively, finishing around the basket, catching, shooting threes. When to make the right decision on driving and passing versus driving and shooting is something that we've all worked on. I think you can see it tonight.
Can you take us inside some of those early timeouts and huddles when the Kings are going on that run, staying even-keeled, staying in it? Zion said, you guys kind of looked around and said, we're still straight. We still got this.
Yeah, we knew they were going to throw the first punch, and it was just don't get knocked out. Take the punch and figure out how to rally back, and we did. I thought we responded well. First unit, including myself, we got to do a better job. Can't get backdoor. Give up those little plays that create momentum and create rhythm for some of their players. But I thought we responded well. We knew they were going to throw a punch early. They threw it really early. And we just tried to respond. They had a couple runs late in the game that we responded to well and got enough stops to win.
This is the third time that you beat the Kings over the last couple weeks, and obviously people know that they're a really good team. You mentioned Herb. How important do you think Herb has been in these games against them to make some of their top guys just work for everything on offense?
Yeah, Fox was 30. He was 10 for 25, and a lot of those is finishing around the basket, fouls, transition. But one-on-one, Herb is great defender. He's a great help defender, and he makes it very difficult for players to score. Unless they get fouled, they're not really scoring on Herb. And I think that's the sign of a great defender when they try to get him out of the actions. And does a great job of just knowing where the ball is at, constantly communicating. And then the cool thing about him is he can get it out off the miss and push in transition too.
You've been a part of some chippy playoff games where guys start going back and forth a little bit. Had a few moments like that tonight. Just what do you think about the way you guys responded in those moments?
Yeah, I mean, it's a playoff atmosphere, playoff intensity. Obviously, that was a silly play by their team, but I think for us, it's about competing at a high level, understanding what we want to accomplish, and then being able to respond to whatever is out there. But we got goals, we got things that we want to accomplish as a team, not just this week, but April and May and June. So for us, we just got to build on each day and just really take advantage of these moments. Take advantage of playing on the road. Take advantage of having to execute. Take advantage of lack of execution so that we can learn and grow and be better when it really, really matters.
How much of an advantage is it when you guys are all healthy and you have that group coming off the bench with Jose, Naji, Trey, who could just affect the mood of an arena, kind of the mood of the team, the way they do with their energy?
No, it's really important. You need deep teams to be able to win, and you never know with injuries, with foul trouble, with things that are going to occur throughout an 82-game season. You need an entire team healthy and an entire team ready to compete, and I think that's the sign of a championship caliber team. Obviously, we got a lot to work on, a lot to get better at, but we're heading in a really good direction. Y'all have a good one. Woo.